Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day. Today is Thursday the 2nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, really decent time frame, got up and around. Wife got up and out to work. I got the dog and headed outside with my bottle of water and my hard-boiled egg. Got my soak on, chilled out there in the morning. Had a couple things get done. The weather's kind of off and on, crappy and rainy throughout the day. It was kind of a weird weather day. We had some cold front come through and had some little, I don't know, just random storms. And it rained pretty hard for a little bit, then it would drizzle, and then it would blow real bad, and it was just kind of a off and on weird day. So I originally was going to go ahead and get my run in early today was my plan. But yesterday, the client reached out and asked if they could drop their dog off early. They'd scheduled it for like 10 a.m. They asked if they could drop the dog off at 9 or even before because they had an appointment they had to get to. I said, yeah, I can make that work. So I thought, well, instead of trying to rush through my run and get back in time and have the chance of them wanting to drop the dog off early, I would postpone my run until later today. So not a big deal. The dogs get along and they're both fine by themselves for a while I go run. So it's not a concern about that. But went ahead and said, heck with it. So waiting around for them. And then about the time, a little after they're supposed to have dropped off, I get a text saying the fact that they're now going to push the drop-off time back to the original time, which I had known that like 2 hours ago or hour and a half ago. I would have went ahead and get my run in. But I was like, no big deal. And then the time came around, the original time scheduled drop off, and they said they were still being held up, whatever, blah, blah, and they're pushing it back like another hour. So it went from a 10 a.m. scheduled drop off to like a 9 a.m. or before drop off till now they got here after 11 a.m., which I don't know. It is what it is. It's not that big a deal. Things happen, I understand, but it is kind of annoying in that whole process because I was moving part of my day around to accommodate them, and then it didn't happen. So, yeah, it is. Suck it up and you deal with it. Nothing you can really do about it. So, yeah, they got here, got the dog dropped off, everything was smooth, but of course they're rushing like crazy. Get out of here because now they're running behind, and it is what it is. So, got the dog dropped off, they headed out. Everything was good. Got the food put in the fridge. They usually cook up like some chicken or something. This time they did sweet potatoes, which turned out to be awful because she was still warm when she got it here, and she stuck it on a paper plate, threw it in a Ziploc bag, and then in the fridge, all the condensation like slimed out the paper plate and stuff. Like, oh god, it was so gross to move. So I moved it over to a plastic storage container and threw away the paper plate and whatnot. It was just, damn, it was so gross. That weird slime. It had like a weird, almost like a slug, like some snails, like that slime left behind when you're fishing using slugs. It had that weird awful smell. So yeah, it is what it is. So overall, worked out pretty good though. Dogs were along fine. Kicked them both outside, hung around. We spent the day in and out of the house, off and on, mostly out of the house because it's gorgeous weather and why not be outside. So everything was good to go there. Got a few other things done, nothing too major, just kind of hanging around. Got a little yard work here and there done, all the good fun stuff. And just best you can do with the wet. They're supposed to be doing an inspection on my building today. Never heard nothing from the city, never heard nothing from the builder. Didn't hear anything from the garage door guy to come put the second lock on it. That was never contact, so I had no information there at all. But hey, what can I do? It is what it is. So yeah, just to hurry up and wait. I don't want to schedule in my electrical to move my panel over. I also don't want to schedule in spray foam or that kind of stuff to find out somehow the city's not signed off on it. And then now I've got a building I've got to tear apart and start over, and who knows what could happen. So definitely a thing that I want to wait until it's cleared for occupancy before I start spending more money on the thing. Same as I haven't ordered my lifts or anything, just because I don't want to be stuck with it and find out somehow or they didn't build the building right and the city's gonna make them take it down or who knows what. So yeah, hard telling, but it's no idea. But I can't imagine why they wouldn't approve it. I don't see anything wrong with the building, but I never trust anything until it's finalized, and I'm already out a good chunk of money. I don't want to be out more money to find out it doesn't work. So yeah, just to hurry up and wait on that scenario, but it is what it is. So other than that, hung around. I did also get like super hungry this morning. It was really weird. Like I never get hungry in the morning. Like I can't think in the last 10 years, maybe 10 times I've been hungry in the morning. Like it's super rare. Like, we're on cruise ships, I'll eat breakfast just because it's there and I can. But on the cruise ships, I eat way too much anyway. But other than that, I never eat. Like, I eat dinner, that's all I eat. Have a late night snack maybe. But I was just hungry. So I had some cottage cheese and tomatoes, and then got done eating that. And I was like, damn, I'm still hungry. So I ended up knocking out some ramen noodles. And I was like, damn, I'm still hungry. I'm going to let it settle in here a little bit. So that was, by the time the dog got dropped off, I already had like 2 meals, which is unheard of for me at all in the world. Like, in the mornings, it's so weird and crazy. So we had a dog, everything's hanging out, having a good time. Decided to go get my run in, and then also reached out to my bride to let her know that I had gotten hungry early and that I went through and ate. So most likely would not be eating dinner with her. So she wanted to pick something on the way home or figure out what she wanted to do on her own. That was up to her. So she was like, all good. And she was kind of confused the fact that I was interested. I'd already had something to eat twice today. Like, that kind of caught off guard because she knows I don't eat breakfast either. So it was kind of a weird one, but it's what it is. Took off my run, and it was still trying to drizzle rain. It was kind of shitty weather. It was not great, but it wasn't bad. So, but wind was blowing like hell. Like, it was blowing all kinds of stuff around. So I went and got my miles in, and she headed home. I wasn't back yet. I told her to go ahead and let the dogs out if they need to go out, or they can interact. So I have them separated when I'm not there, and these dogs get along great. So she was all good with it. I'm not sure she even really knew that the big dog was there, because she didn't really look at my calendar, my schedule, and it was on the wall. Often does not see that, so it is what it is. She then also informed me the fact that tomorrow at like 1:30 in the afternoon, her father has to go to a doctor's appointment on a Saturday, where, she informed me Thursday that not tomorrow, Friday Saturday at 1:45. So 1:30, something like that, I can't remember what she said. But I gotta take him up there, and she said she'd probably take him. And I'm like, why? I'm like, you never take him to these things. I take him to all the doctor's appointment stuff unless you actually go talk to the doctor itself. And she said, no, she only talked to him. She just knew with it being a Saturday, she didn't want to make me go. And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if I take him out Tuesday or Saturday. Either way, I'm not spending time with you. So that doesn't matter to me. But so most likely, I'll be taking him Saturday, middle of the day, up to a doctor's appointment, which I don't know why they're doing. I think it's EKG or some shit. Doing something, checking his heart, but super weird. They never do doctor appointments on Saturdays, so I have no idea what's going on. But I also can't figure out why we just found out late Thursday afternoon that the appointment is Saturday. Like, that is just, our health system is shit in our country. It's even worse down here in Florida because there's so many damn old people who are needing constant care. And on top of that, the government forces you to have like a shit ton of shitty follow-up appointments that don't do a damn thing. Like, he's got doctors he sees every like month or two, like, because the government requires him to have all his follow-ups, but the doctor is so far behind because there's so many patients needing monthly follow-ups that he sees a doctor for 3 minutes at most. Like, never has time to ask questions. The doctor won't answer questions, barely even look at him, and it's just basically stamping off paperwork, which adds 2 hours to my day of taking him there, waiting for it. Appointments take an hour sometimes to get in because they're so backed up, and it's a pain in the ass, and it's all is what it is. I'm like, if they would let him see the doctor like every 6 months, add those 3 minutes together each time, guess what? He would have 18 minutes with the doctor. I'd be able to talk to the doctor, ask questions, have the doctor actually examine him, look at things, or even once a year. Make it a 36-minute appointment once a year, and he could actually get something accomplished. But not the case. They don't want that. They want to be able to charge over and over again because it's all about the money in our healthcare system. It is absolutely ridiculous what it is. Hey, I don't get to make the rules. I just have to try and handle these stupid ass appointments all the time. So it is what it is. But yeah, got back my run, grabbed a shower. We chatted a little bit about the BS doctor appointment and whatnot. And I told her I would take him. There's no reason for her to take him. So she fine. She's like, okay, whatever. So I'm not sure what she had for dinner, but I got done with my shower, grabbed the dogs, headed back outside, got myself a cigar, went out, had myself a wonderful evening. Gorgeous wind. It was just a beautiful, chilly evening. Absolutely gorgeous night. Got that done, and then from there headed back in, grabbed myself some avocado and some salsa, mixed that all up together, some chips, myself a nice little late night snack. And the owner of the little dog is actually back in the country. She was out of the country for a while, but she's got another trip this weekend they gotta go on. So she's not picking the dog up until Sunday, mid-afternoon, whatever, which is fine. But I think the dog sensed that she was in town, because the dog has been acting super weird, like real kind of standoffish to me almost. It's kind of weird how she is, but she's hanging out way more by the front door and stuff. So I think she's telepathically sensing her owners around. And I've had it happen with other dogs before. They actually sense their owners back in town, but don't come get them. I had one client one time, got in late at night, picked the dog the next day, and I asked him, I said, did you guys get town late last night? I said, maybe like 7 minutes after 11 p.m. Did you guys get in town? And she looked at her husband, she goes, yeah? Why would you know that? I go, because at 7 minutes after 11, your dog started like barking and howling and going crazy. Like literally she was just obsessed. Like she knew she was getting taken home. And they're like, oh my God, there's no way. And I'm like, yeah. I said, it took like 35, 40 minutes to get her to calm down. And she goes, we were so exhausted. That's probably how it took us to actually fall asleep. And I'm like, do you think the dog like sensed that your energy, like once you're unconscious, the energy stopped flowing out of you? And they're like, good possibility. It was like, I creeped them out. So I'm like, at 7 minutes after 11 p.m., that dog just lost its mind. And they're like, holy crap, that's exactly when we pulled into our neighborhood. And I'm like, that is so weird. Because they told their son they would call him. When they got home, he said, well, don't call me if it's after 11. And they realized it was 7 minutes after 11. But they went ahead and called him anyway because it's 7 minutes. So it is what it is. Let them know they were home, at least on their street, safely. So it's so super creepy weird. But that dog decided that she was going to be a little turd head, and she was so certain her owner was coming to get her that she decided to stay out in the living room. So that's where she spent the night. I was like, cool. Big dog slept in the room with us. She slept out in the living room, and everything was good to go. But yeah, watched myself another episode of Castle, had my chips and guac, and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.